There is a man who is thinking about you at this very moment, and the feelings he has for you are much deeper than he has ever told anyone else. You might not fully see this yet, and you may not clearly understand how much your presence has settled into his very soul. You might even have moments where you doubt that anyone could ever feel this strongly about you. But there is something very important that the universe has been waiting to show you. It is something that has been held back until you were emotionally and spiritually ready to hear it. This man, this one specific person who keeps coming back to your mind, who shows up in your dreams, and who stays in those quiet parts of your heart when you wonder if real love will ever find you, is the one. He is deeply, strongly, and truly in love with you. Before you move away or tell yourself that this message could not be about someone like you, I ask you to stop for just a moment. Stay here with me. What is happening through these words has a meaning that goes far beyond what you can understand right now. The universe does not work by mistake. The spiritual timing that brought you to this message at this exact time on this specific day was done on purpose. You were guided here because there is a truth you have not been able to see clearly yet. It is a truth about love, about a deep connection, and about a man whose feelings for you are much greater than you realize. This is where the message becomes very gentle and careful. This is where wisdom must be shared with a lot of patience and care. There is a complication involved in this situation. There is a layer to this connection that has stopped this love from fully showing itself in the physical world. By the time you get to the end of this message, you will finally understand what has been standing in the way of this beautiful relationship becoming fully real. You have felt it, haven't you? There have been times when the energy between the two of you felt different, almost like it was charged with electricity whenever this person was near you. There were looks that stayed a little longer than they needed to. There were conversations that felt much deeper than the actual words being said. There were moments when the silence itself felt like it meant something important. Late at night, as you lie awake in the quiet of your room, you may have asked yourself if what you felt was real or if you were just imagining things. Let me stop that doubt right now. What you have been feeling is completely real. This connection is not something you made up in your head. Your spirit has been feeling something genuine even while your logical mind tried to make excuses for it. The truth is that your gut feeling has been right all along. This man has feelings for you that even he has a hard time fully understanding. There are moments when the power of his emotions surprises him. He did not plan for this to happen. He did not wake up one day and decide he would fall for you. It happens slowly and naturally, without any effort, like the sun rising, without needing anyone's permission. Something about you entered his mind and changed something deep inside him. Since then, he has carried a quiet but very strong flame in his heart. It is a flame that refuses to go out no matter how much life or hard times try to hide it. Before we go any further, there is something very important you need to understand. The complication between you and this man does not mean the connection is wrong or a mistake. It is not proof that you are not meant for each other. Many people believe that true love should arrive without any trouble, without any doubt, and without any challenges. But a higher kind of love, the kind that is guided by something bigger than luck, often arrives with complications. This is not to punish you, but to protect the connection and to make sure both hearts are truly ready to receive what is being given. The universe has been watching you for a very long time. It has seen the quiet prayers you said when you felt all alone. It has noticed the tears you cried when you thought nobody understood your pain. It has seen how you loved other people deeply, sometimes even more than they loved you back. It saw how you stayed longer than you should have, and how you believed in people even when they didn't believe in themselves. Through all of this, your heart has been shaped and made ready. Your ability to love has grown. You have been prepared for something more honest, more stable, and more real. This man is a part of that preparation, but the wall between you must be understood before it can be taken away. What you are getting now is not just a simple message meant to make you feel good for a few minutes. This is much deeper than that. Every word is meant to shift something inside you, to help you see the situation clearly and to open doors that have been closed for way too long. As you take this in, I want you to quietly tell yourself that you are ready to understand the truth about your love life, even if it feels a bit messy, ready to get clarity instead of being confused, ready to trust what your heart has been feeling. There are forces working in your life that you cannot see with your eyes. Spiritual movements are constantly happening around you. Guidance is being given to you even when you don't know it. This message is part of that guidance. You did not see it by accident. You were led here because the time has come for you to understand what is truly happening between you and this man. The fog is lifting. The confusion is going away and being replaced by clarity. Your doubt is being replaced with understanding. Now let us look back at the man who has these feelings for you. He did not expect this connection to happen. There was a time when he tried to convince himself that what he felt was just admiration or a simple friendship. He looked for logical reasons. He told himself stories to explain why his heart acted the way it did when you were around. But the heart does not tell lies. No matter how much he tried to use logic to get out of it, the truth stayed the same. He loves you, not just a little bit and not just for a short time, but in a way that has changed his entire inner world. You might be wondering how you can be sure this message is about the person you are thinking of right now. The answer is how it feels inside you. When something is meant for you, your spirit knows it right away. There is an inner knowing that does not need proof. If a specific face keeps showing up in your mind as you read these words, or if a certain name keeps coming back to your thoughts, trust that feeling. That feeling is not an accident. Now we must speak honestly about the complication. This challenge is based on fear, but not the kind of fear people usually think of. It is not just a fear of commitment or a fear of love of itself. It is much deeper than that. This fear was made by experiences that left deep wounds. These are experiences he may not talk about openly, and experiences he may not even want to face within himself. He has been hurt before. He carries emotional scars from past relationships or times where he allowed himself to be open and was met with pain. Maybe it was rejection. Maybe it was being betrayed. Maybe it was realizing too late that the person he trusted did not truly value him. Whatever the reason, the result was the same. He learned to protect his heart. He built emotional walls to stop himself from being hurt again. What makes this connection so different is that you somehow reached him anyway without even trying or using force. Something about who you are moved right past his defenses. Your energy and the way you are in the world touched something in him that he thought was closed off forever, and that actually scared him. It wasn't because of you, but because of how deeply he feels. There is a fight happening inside him. His heart is pulled toward you while his mind tells him to be careful. His heart knows you are important, while his thoughts remind him of old pain. This struggle is not because of your value. It has nothing to do with you being not good enough or doing something wrong. It is about his own healing and his journey back to trusting someone. Here is something very important. You are part of that healing. Your presence in his life was not random. You are an answer to prayers he may have made a long time ago. Prayers for a real love, for someone who understands, and for a connection that feels safe and honest. There is timing involved here. Love grows in seasons. Some connections need patience and trust in what cannot be seen yet. What matters is that this love exists. It is real and alive. It is being guided even through the challenges towards something very meaningful. The hard time you are having right now is not proof that this love is blocked or that it will never happen. It is just a sign that some things still need to line up before the full blessing can happen. The man who loves you is in a process of growing. He needs time. Not because he wants to be away from you, but because he must face and fix the struggles inside himself. He needs space to understand that the walls he built to stay safe are now stopping him from getting the very connection his heart wants the most. This is where your part becomes very meaningful. You are not meant to push him, pressure him, chase him, or try to convince him of anything. You do not need to explain why you are valuable or fight for his attention. What you are being asked to do is keep being your true self while trusting that the same power that brought this connection into your life will also bring it to completion. Waiting can hurt. Not knowing can ruin your peace. You want answers. You want to know exactly when things will change and when he will finally step forward without being afraid. While I cannot give you an exact date, you need to know this truth for sure. Change is already moving. The spiritual world is working for you. Forces beyond what you can see are working to soften his heart, to heal his old wounds, and to open his eyes to what is already standing in front of him. There is another part of this situation that needs to be understood so you can see the whole picture. This man is not only dealing with pain from his past, he is also struggling with things in his life right now that make him feel like he isn't ready. When he looks at his life as it is today, he feels like he is behind where he should be inside. He tells himself to wait. He believes he needs to be more stable, more secure, and more successful before he can offer you a serious relationship. In his own way, he thinks he is protecting you. He does not want to show up while he still feels unsure about himself. He wants to come to you feeling strong, confident, and able to stand next to you without any shame. This is not just about money or being successful. It is about how he feels about himself. He wants to feel like he deserves your love. He wants to feel like an equal partner, not someone who is still trying to figure life out. But there is a truth that both of you need to understand. Every person is a work in progress. No one enters a love story with everything perfectly lined up. That is not how life works. Love is not a trophy we win after we have solved every single problem. Love is a path we walk together while we are still growing and still healing and still learning who we are supposed to be. The belief that he is not ready yet has cost both of you a lot of time. That belief has slowed down something meaningful. But as you receive this message, work is also being done inside him. Truth is being put into his heart. Over time, it will grow and break through the fear and doubt that has kept him stuck. He will come to understand that waiting for perfect conditions is the same as waiting forever. Being perfect is not real. What truly matters is the choice to grow together, to support each other, and to build something real from honesty. When you feel guided, type the words, "His heart is opening," in the comments as a way to show you trust what is happening. Let those words put your energy in line with what is already happening where you can't see it. There is also something important about your own journey right now. While he works through his problems, you are being asked to heal parts of yourself too. There are times when you wonder if you are truly worthy of the kind of love you want. Quiet doubts sometimes tell you that a deep and lasting love might never come to you. Those thoughts are not the truth. They are just echoes of old pain. They do not decide your future. You are worthy of love exactly as you are right now. Your worth is not based on your mistakes or your failures or how other people treated you in the past. Your value is part of who you are. It was given to you when you were created, and it cannot be taken away. You have love inside you because you were made from love itself. When this man finally feels ready, getting to be with you will be a gift to him. You are not the one who should just feel thankful for being chosen. He will be thankful that you believed, that you stayed strong, and that you kept a place for what was meant to grow. Now let us talk about timing, because this is what your heart wants to know most. A change is already happening around this connection. Something is about to happen in his life that brings clarity. It might come through a talk with someone he respects. It might come during a quiet moment alone when he finally faces the fears he has been avoiding. It could even come through a powerful dream that speaks to him in a way his normal mind cannot ignore. However it happens, it will not be ignored. When it does happen, you will notice a change. His distance will start to go away. Hesitation will get softer. He will start finding reasons to talk to you, moments to be near you, and ways to say what he has felt but struggled to put into words. Patience during this time is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of trust. You are choosing faith over being afraid. You are believing that what started in your life will be finished. We are reminded that what is started with a purpose is not just left halfway. This applies to your relationships and the blessings meant for you. If doubt tries to come in, understand that being skeptical often comes from being disappointed in the past. It is natural to be careful, but ask yourself what you actually lose by believing. Opening your heart to hope does not make you foolish. It makes you brave. Faith does not need proof before you move. It simply asks you to trust that good things are working together even when you cannot see the whole plan. That kind of trust removes walls that once felt like they could never move. There is a promise for you to keep in your heart. It talks about peace, purpose, and an ending that is already prepared for you. You are not walking toward a mess. You are walking toward a future that was designed with a plan. This man is part of that future. The delay you are feeling is not a mistake. It is part of the process that is making both of you ready for what is coming. Every pause has a meaning. Every moment of waiting is building strength and clarity. If you are still listening, it is not an accident. Many people turn away from messages like this because they are not ready for them. But you stayed. That shows you are in line with this. Type the words, "I trust the timing," as a statement of faith. When you say it, you are choosing patience over being worried and trust over trying to control everything. Finally, understand this very clearly. The love this man feels for you is not just ordinary. You are not just another person in his life. You hold a place in his heart that feels safe and very meaningful. He may not fully understand it yet, but his soul knows you. That knowing is what makes this connection strong, but it is also what makes his fears stronger. But those walls are not permanent. They will fall down. And when they do, he will feel bad about the delay and make every effort to show you that your patience was not a waste of time. Until then, protect your peace. Not let worry destroy what faith is building. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is be still and trust. Know that movement is happening even when you cannot see it. By airing this, you become someone who carries hope for someone else who really needs it. You become part of the quiet and loving work that is happening here. We are reminded that there are spirits sent to care for those who will receive great things. You are one of those people meant to get great blessings, and an important part of getting blessings is also being a blessing to others. When you pass this message along, you are part of a divine purpose. Now I want to go back to the complication, because there is one more part to understand. I have shared that this man has wounds and feels unready. But there is also confusion that the universe wants you to know about. He is not confused about how he feels about you. His confusion is about what he should do with those feelings. Many times he has asked himself if he should move forward or wait over and over. He has thought of ways to tell you he loves you, only to pull back at the last second because something inside him stopped him. This is not because he doesn't care. It is not because he isn't interested. This is how a man acts when he feels so much that he is afraid of doing the wrong thing. He does not want to come to you too soon and ruin something that could be great. He does not want to open his heart before he knows he can give you the commitment you deserve. His delay is actually a sign of how much he respects you. He takes you seriously. He does not see you as a temporary option. He sees you as someone he could build a real future with. That thought has made him very careful in how he acts toward you. The universe wants him to understand something important. And maybe by you hearing this, that thought will reach him. Love always has a risk. Waiting until there is no risk means choosing not to love at all. The openness that scares him is actually the door to the deepest bond he could ever have. Until he finds the courage to walk through that door, he will stay outside watching the love he is too afraid to take. And you are already on the other side of that door. You have been brave by staying open to love even after being hurt. You have shown you are willing to take chances for a real connection. Now it is his turn to be just as brave. Now it is his time to move forward and meet you where you have been standing this whole time. Type the words he finds his courage in the comments. Let those words be a blessing for his path. Even though this message is for you, your words have power. When you speak with faith, you help change the energy around your connection. What you say matters more than you know. I want to talk about how you should carry yourself during this time of waiting. There is a clear direction for you that will help you move through this season with strength. Do not turn down your light just to make him feel more comfortable. Sometimes when we feel someone is overwhelmed by our strength, we make ourselves smaller without even knowing it. This is not what you are supposed to do. Keep being exactly who you are. The right partner will never need you to be smaller so they can feel bigger. When this man finally becomes ready, he will love your light, not be afraid of it. He will feel proud to stand next to someone who brings warmth everywhere she goes. Do not chase him. This is very important. Chasing creates an imbalance and can slow down the timing. When you run after someone who isn't ready, you tire yourself out and make it easier for them to stay unsure. Instead, give him space. Step back with grace. Let him see what it feels like when you are not always right there. Sometimes being apart brings a clarity that being close cannot. He needs to feel that you aren't there. He needs to realize that the comfort you give is not guaranteed if he doesn't act. Keep working on yourself. This time of waiting is not empty, it is time to prepare. Use it to grow, to heal, and to focus on your own dreams. When your love story finally becomes visible, you want to be the strongest version of yourself. You want to be steady and confident in who you are. That way, the relationship is built between two whole people. Pray for him, even if he never knows. Your prayers have power. Ask for healing for the parts of him that still hurt. Ask for bravery to beat his fear. Your prayers are a way of loving him that the spiritual world hears. Now I want to share what happens once the complication is gone. I want you to see the future that is being made. So your faith has song, ithing to hold on to. When he finally breaks his walls and comes to you, the love you feel will be better than anything you have known. It won't be a love that makes you wonder where you stand. His plans will be clear. His words and his actions will match perfectly. All the waiting will be replaced by steady action. He will go after you in a way that shows how much he values you. There will be long talks that feel like they only take a minute as you find out how much you have in common. There will be laughter and plans for a future that makes both of you excited. What once felt like a wall will turn into a story of how love found a way despite the fear. Your relationship will still have challenges, but the base you build out of patience and trust will be strong. You will face problems together. You will grow side by side. The love that was once hidden will become a way to encourage others who are still waiting. This is what is coming toward you. It is not just a dream. It is a path that has been prepared. Your faith is what opens the door. Est has touched your heart and given you hope. I invite you to do one last thing. Type the words blessed and ready in the comments. Let this be your way of saying you trust this message. As you move on from here, have peace knowing you are loved not just by this man, but by the source that made you. You are valued more than you know. You are seen and loved by heaven. The universe is around you right now. It is preparing the path ahead of you and guarding you from behind. You are never alone, and your love story is being written by hands that do not make mistakes. Thank you for staying with me. Openness has let these words stay in your spirit, and the results will show in the weeks ahead. Remember to stay connected so the next message reaches you at the right time. Share this with others who need hope. Until next time, walk in faith and trust that what is ahead is good. The man who loves you is moving toward clarity. The complication is ending. The walls are falling and a lasting love is starting to grow. You are blessed, you are chosen, you are loved, and you are ready. As you carry this peace with you, understand that the silence you may be hearing from him right now is not a sign of nothing happening. In the spiritual world, the greatest work often happens in the quietest moments. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil before it breaks through the surface, his heart is undergoing a deep change that is not yet visible to your eyes. You may feel an urge to reach out or to check in on him, but the wisdom of the universe asks you to hold your position. By staying still, you allow the energy to pull him toward you. When you are not chasing, he is forced to face the space where you used to be. And in that space, he finds the motivation to finally overcome his fears. This is the stage of the journey where your inner strength becomes your greatest tool. You are learning that your happiness does not depend on his timing, but on your own connection to the love that already lives inside you. Very soon the atmosphere will begin to shift in ways you can feel. You might notice small signs or coincidences that remind you of him more often. You might hear a song that speaks to your situation, or see symbols that feel like a wink from the divine. These are not just random events. They are markers letting you know that the distance is closing. The man who has been holding back is beginning to realize that the risk of losing you is far greater than the risk of being vulnerable. He is starting to see that his life feels incomplete without the light you bring into it. The walls he built to protect himself are not being knocked down by force, but are melting away because of the warmth of the love he feels for you. He is preparing himself to speak the truth, to be honest about his past, and to tell you why he stayed away for so long. When he finally makes his move, it will be with a new sense of purpose. He will not come to you with more excuses or more confusion. He will come with a desire to build something that lasts. You will see a man who has grown through his struggles and is now ready to be the partner you have always deserved. This union is meant to be a place of rest for both of you, a relationship where you don't have to fight to be seen or heard. As you wait for this final piece of the puzzle to fall into place, continue to breathe deeply and stay in a state of gratitude. Thank the universe for the love that is already on its way. Thank the divine for the healing happening in his heart and yours. Your story is moving toward a beautiful breakthrough, and everything you have gone through will soon make perfect sense. You have done the hard work of keeping the faith, and now the reward is starting to bloom.